I don't know that this is functional, but it certainly is a motorized gate. And it's rusted shut.
Yeah, that's the way I plan on coming back.
Oh, let's see, which, that is the, I know where I am, I just don't know what it's called.
Right, straight. You know, we're going over this bridge? Oh, we're going under the bridge.
Okay, so going under the bridge, and it looks like the railroad was in that green place there.
The railroad was right under where we're riding. And in that green place. So that's why I said go straight. Then I crash through the guardrail and go straight, just ride through the green. And again, we're still in Wilmerding. They made the entire railroad green. This part doesn't have a trail on it yet, but hopefully it will someday.
Yeah, it's also got 20-foot lanes too, so you could easily put a bike lane here.
Yeah, you could have a full-fledged bike. You could actually have a walled-off bike lane down here. Turn right, turn right. Yeah, go up on the grass if you can, or just stay down here if you wish. Go up on the grass to see where the view of where I'm traveling now. You can run it down here if you wanted to.
Yeah, for ease of travel, probably just stay on that driveway there. Find out whether that's an actual road or not. This might be public.
Yeah, this is like a public road. It's like
Yeah, I mean,
alley.
I would just as soon lead the trail on that.
Could do that. Down there, it doesn't matter that much. It's almost scenic up there.
Well, I'd rather not take existing green space to put a trail in if there's already a road there. So yeah, I wouldn't take any of the green space away to put a trail in if you already got a road right there.
Yeah. But you can see we're going straight ahead. That is the Wall Bridge. That's the bridge into Wall. It's been closed for years.
I drove over it once,
Yeah,
probably about
I drove over it
1982,
once, too.
83.
Back in the day, yeah. My GPS hasn't been updated in 5 years. It still tells me to drive over it. But it's closed.
It's been closed at least since the 90s.
Yeah, the engineers gave it a rating of a 5. And I'm like, 5, that's not bad. No, it's 5 out of 100.
100, yeah.
It's considered in critical condition, danger of, yeah.
In 1983, you could drive a small car over it, but you didn't want to take a big truck over it.
No, sir. And now they won't even let you walk over it.
Yeah.
Are they going to do some construction on it? Or
They're likely to take a bomb to it, actually.
I alluded to, well, maybe we can knock it down and put in like a light bike bridge in its place or something. Because as far as traffic goes, it's pretty much useless. The way it intersects the Triborough Expressway is just a hazard, and you can't turn left, and it's kind of dicey anyway. But
It would be a nice way to get low speed, low capacity traffic off from this side of the river stream to that side.
Yeah. So as you can see, the tracks were here, and these are now, either they were taken out or they're just buried so deep you can't find them anymore. But it's still fairly level. said, if those like abutments or whatever the heck they're called, the word's slipping my mind. If the supports are still in okay shape, what they might be able to do is just rip the bridge down, put up a really light bike bridge that could feed down into here. But that's if we get infinite money. That's going to be expensive.
I'm going to say you're looking at half million there probably.
Yeah, even for a light bridge.
Yeah, likely.
Okay, jeez. Okay, well maybe that dream won't happen.
Well, I don't know.
That's a lower
Shoot high.
priority.
Shoot high. That's say, boy, it'd be nice if we had $500,000.
Yeah.
Let's do the other things first, but let's not
Yeah.
forget that this is certainly a doable option, and that it isn't so much a matter of connecting there to there, which they've been able to live without for 30 years. But something that didn't exist 30 years ago that does exist now is a way to get bikes, or a demand to get bikes from one side to the other. And this is the first place that would be reasonable to do that.
There's a train track right
No, we're talking about the bridge.
You still go over it.
Yeah, I mean,
Go
yeah.
over it there and then like run it down to here.
Yeah, the whole point of the bridge in the first place was to get traffic across the stream and the railroad track. So since the bridge is essentially unusable, the suggestion is rip down the existing bridge structure, leave the supports in place, and put a low capacity foot and bike bridge across instead.
If we get infinite money. Everything else should be a higher priority because that's going to be very expensive to service a community of about 1,000 people.
That's down the road.
Yeah, that might be more like a 10-year plan.
You could bike right down there. Nice wide trail.
The water's low, yeah.
That's a pretty low spot. I would much rather stay up here to start with.
If it rains, you're probably going to be in trouble.
Yeah, this is when we first started looking at the satellite photos, and I just had two-dimensional photos, I was like, oh, that might be nice, and then I came out here and rode it, I'm like, oh, geez, no.
The question is, this should be easy to determine. Did those tracks flood during Agnes? Either this was built since Agnes, or...
This was built before Agnes.
Okay, so then there would be historical record as to whether that flooded in Agnes. And
Agnes was 70?
72.
72. This was from the 50s, I believe. I'd have to look that up.
1972.
72 is Agnes, yep.
July 19th. At least it happened roughly then.
Yep.
The Watergate break-in was June 17th, 1972. That was the question. I don't know.
Not sure.
There have been 3 major floods since Agnes. 1970. Well, Agnes being 72. There was a big flood in 85. There was a big flood in 96. And we had a pretty darn high flood just a couple of years ago. I should be able to remember exactly when. It was like 2012. That they were worried that the water might get into the T downtown because it was so damn high. So that was, 2012, 2013. I have no trouble remembering the old ones. I can't remember the one 5 years ago. Anyway, all this to say that 3 of those floods since Agnes didn't inundate Wall. So this did its job. And those about every 10-year floods, this certainly contains. If this contained Agnes too, then we'd be okay up here. But that's going to get rain. That's going to get water. Any big day and any big thunderstorm. That's at least twice a year. That's going to flood. Maybe 5-6 times a year.
Just on the sidewalk.
Just on that path down there. Yeah.
All right, ready to cruise?
Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. This is. There's a trail there, a little path, I think. Yeah, I also see the knotweed already growing up here. This is going to be difficult to traverse in a few weeks.
These suckers are fascinating. I don't know what the name of these things is, but they're here. You can see it from space.
Yeah, what else it is this is flood control.
Yeah.
Those are won't say industrial size, but their purpose is to keep the stream where it is. Erosion control of some sort. Oh, this is going to be wet. I'm going over on this side. Pretty dry on the right.